Hey, and if you've just got an xTool F2 and are a beginner like me, then keep watching because I'm going to engrave a planner for the first time. I've engraved the back and I've put our family name on the front of my planner. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your crafting machines and become your own designer. And today we are working with the xTool F2, and I've been working on a planner series for anyone that follows my papercraft series. This was a planner that I bought online. So first of all, you have to check that your product is a compatible laser product, but then it's about deciding design and what to do, how to decorate it. So I put our California road trip motif on the back. I've also coloured that with black acrylic paint, which worked really well, and then I wanted to put the front motif on. And this is great if you want to create personalised or seasonal products to sell, and this was something that already came with a motif, but I've just added that bit extra to it. Or if you want to make personalised, made to order. But as I say, this was my first ever attempt. I'm not doing a practice run and sharing it with you. I'm sharing it first time in so that you can see mistakes and all. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to go over to xTool Studio, and I'm going to show you how I did this. xTool's on, and I have taken all the ephemera out of the journal, so I'm going to start with the back first. First of all, the first thing I'm noticing when we turn it on, let's pop it in. Want to get it central, but obviously we're going to have to go to one side a bit because we don't want to put those in. We're going to line this up, and you can see what I'm doing is I'm turning this knob to manually line it up. So once that's lined up, then I can go back to xTool Studio and I want to engrave this design on the back. So that's that, but I've got to go to one side because you can see there that I don't want to really put it on because it might scratch it, the base plate. So I'm thinking that I'll just have to go slightly over to one side, but we can frame that. So here we are in xTool Studio, and I'm going to start by just searching for my image so that I know what I'm working with. So I haven't refreshed the camera or anything yet, so you can't see my file. In the sidebar, I am going to go to templates, and there's some really nice templates in here, so you can either search or you can scroll through. There's not loads, but there are some nice ones. So I'm going to go for this journey one, I think, with a camper van. So we're not going in a camper van for our trip, but it's just a nice image and it says trip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight Embrace the Journey. And the great thing about this is you can change your text. So I'm going to change it to California road trip. And because I intend to fill this journal on this trip, I'm going to put the 2026 on the end too, so that when I look back at it over years, it's got the date on. So now I'm going to right click and just select all so that I can drag it smaller, and we're going to start to set it up. So I'm going to click on material so that I can change my material and add a material, because I just find it easier to work with a material base. Some people like to set their own, but as somebody that's quite new to this, I like to work with the templates because you can always then adjust if you need to. I'm typed in leather and I'm looking for deep brown PU leather, so that is what I want, and I'm going to click apply. And then that will take us, and it will start to set our settings up. So you can see there that it's got the power, the speed, and I'm going to go with that. Now I've set up or looked at the preview so that I can see what it's going to look like. Then I'm going to click on the camera icon, and then that will refresh the camera so that I can see where it sits on my project. And then it makes it easier to position it. So already I know that I can make it bigger, and I'm going to make it quite a bit bigger than that to fill as much space as possible. And now I can frame it. And when you click frame, what that does is it's going to show you on your project where it's going to sit. And it's just such a great tool to have. So we've clicked framing, and it's really hard to see because it is like a blue light. And that, I think I can move it over slightly more. If you look at the center of the board, it needs to go over slightly more. It doesn't have to be completely central, but we want it further over than that. So I'm going to have a go at redoing it. And there we go. It's doing it very slightly, but that is more over. And that's where I want it. So now I can close it down and hopefully flatten it. It's not going to flatten fully, so that's better. And then when we shut it, I'm hoping if we lift that up like that, it will do. It's better. And now we're ready to engrave. So we're back in xTool Studios, we've framed it, and now we're going to click process. And what process we'll do, we've got all of our templates set up because we've gone with the recommendation. We've made sure that the dots are lined up manually. So now we can click start. We're sending our file across, and then it will tell us how long it's going to take when we can click start. So I am holding this down because it's not fully held it down, but I can see already that it is working. So I'm just holding it down so the smoke doesn't escape and goes through the fan. Be purified through and full. I'm going to give it a minute to just let the smoke be pulled through. Once the smoke's pulled through, we can open it. But you can see the fan at the back's doing its job. And the reveal. Oh, and look at that. And there we go. It's hard to see in that light. Move that. So we've got California Road Trip 2026. And that looks absolutely brilliant. So now I might try and stain it actually, because if we stain it, it will be very much like the rest of this, which looks like that's been stained. So I wonder if we can just stain that with a pen and then wipe it off. I've got some acrylic paint pens, so we'll have a go at that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going over it with my black acrylic paint pen. The aim is that it will go a dark brown stain on the motif, but I'm going to wash it off the rest, so I'm going to have to be quite quick. And I can set this, so I can use a spray to set it. I think I'd probably use hairspray once it's all dry, because as a hairdresser I know that hairspray sets most things in. Just make sure that we get it in there, all the lines. And now, and that is what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. I just felt like you could see it but not, and I really wanted to see it. And there you go. You can see now that because I've gone over it with the black, and that's just an acrylic paint pen, I'm going to set it with hairspray once it's dry, but I'm going to let it dry first. And because that bit in between is porous, it just grabs it, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. I think you've got to be quite quick wiping it off, because despite it being shiny leather, there'll still be some porosity to it. But there you go, that is what I wanted. And you can see now that that matches in with that. Obviously that's shinier, but that was how it came. This is how I've customised it at home. So what I'm thinking I'm going to add now is I'm going to add the Christie family on there, because this is going to be the journal of our trip. So I'm going to pop that on the bottom. Should have got that further over, but I don't care. I'm still really, really pleased with it. And it's going to be bulging this book, so by the time it is, that's going to look great. I want it to be on the bottom under the tree roots. So it's good because the tree roots are going to help me place it. So because it's going to be underneath and I can't fit it in any other way, I'm putting it in upside down. I'm going to line it up, close it. I can see where it needs to be, so I'm just going to have to move it over. Because I've put it in upside down, I'm also going to have to flip it. So we're going to pop that there. We're going to look at what it looks like in desktop. So here we are, we've got the original file, but I just want to keep the text and I want to keep that same font. So I'm going to click on that and change it, and I'm going to change it to the Christie family. But first of all, we need to refresh our base. So there you go, you can now see I've refreshed the camera and I'm typing in the Christie family, and we're going to put it in position where the tree is, but it is upside down. So we've got to address that and work out how we're going to turn it round so that it's the right way up. So to do that, at the top of the word, you've got that little circle. You're just going to hover over that and you can drag it round. So now the font's the right way up, but it's arced the wrong way. So when you click on warp, you're going to click on default and scroll down until you find arc. And then you're going to change your warp value. And you can see the more you change it, the more it warps one way or the other. So you've just got to get the right amount and click confirm. And now when I put it back into position, you can see that that really works. I just had to make it a little bit smaller, but what I've done is I've turned the font round, I've flipped it, and I've arced it the other way to hug around the bottom of our tree, which is what I wanted. So now I've got my settings set up for the leather, so I can frame it and check it's all right. And once you're happy, I can send it to engrave. So click on the side and we'll get going. So this should be fairly quick, but we're now just putting our name on the bottom. So I've arced it round. And there it is. And now we're going to do this with a black acrylic paint pen. And the thing that I love about this is I'm a beginner. There's people that are on here that use the machine all the time, are super experienced with it, but I'm new with this machine, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I want you to see that as someone that's so new to it, don't be scared of experimenting and playing around with it. I should really get a wet cloth rather than keep using wet wipes with a little bowl. And just give it a last wipe. It's all over my nails, it's everywhere. I've been able to do that and engrave it so easily as a beginner. Now we're all done, I'm going to pop all my planner pages back into my planner. So this is a partial prepared journal because I'm going to finish it while I'm in the car on my road trip. So I've started to prepare and make things ready. And now the finished result. So it already came with the tree on. I've engraved the Christie family underneath. California road trip 2026 on the back. Like I say, should have gone further over, but I'm not too worried about that because it's not something I'm selling. I've made it for me. Like I said, I'm sharing this because I am learning as well. And it's not difficult, is it? I'm really pleased with the result. Yes, I should have got my placement further over, but that's experience. And to me, that doesn't matter because it's on my journal. Because the spine was in the way, I was really more or less up to the edge of what I could do. I think you've got to make sure that whatever material you're using, obviously isn't dangerous to laser and hasn't got any toxins in it. Make sure you've got your fan on and stay away from it. Don't open it. Leave it a few minutes before you open it and leave the fan running. And any paints you use, you've got to make sure that they don't come off. So this is the acrylic paint pen. It doesn't come off. It's not transferable once it's dried. Because this is a glossy leather, I don't know if it'd be the same on nubuck. It probably wouldn't work. You need something with a gloss. But if you work quickly, you're able to do that, stain and wipe off. And that's, I've got the name there. So next week I'm going to create a chopping board for the autumn season, and I am going to start to have a go at engraving glasses. So do keep watching along with me. Any suggestions, let me know. And again, I know that people have offered me some great tips and advice, so they're much appreciated too. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I will see you next time, and happy crafting.